Hey everyone, today I would like to discuss with you this training and development program from training department. And this list of training programs are the result of the training needs assessment that was planned and carried out in collaboration with managers from various departments. And the list of employees that are included here are supposed to attend whatever training programs or training courses that were planned for them by both the managers and the training department. Therefore, it is under the responsibility of the training department to ensure that each and every employees are able to attend the training programs that are planned for them within a year's time, as that is the goal of the managers and the training department to ensure all these training programs are provided to the employees within the year. Completion status is also included in this list in terms of programs not started yet, or the programs is still in progress, or the programs is already completed, and completion percentage is also included. Assessment score is also included, and this assessment score, the score that is being given to the um, attendees or the employees upon completion of the training programs by the training providers. Another one is the feedback rating, and this feedback rating is given to the training provider or the instructor of the course by the attendees. I have also included here the training hours and the training cost of the program, which is very important in terms of the budgeting of the training department. So since this is the responsibility of the training department, so it is the responsibility of the training department to ensure the proper management of the program and the monitoring of the metrics and the KPIs to ensure success of the programs. And that's why a system is included here, and the sheet is also included here, which is named dashboard. And training and development metrics and KPI is included here. The KPI that will be monitored is the total employees trained, how many employees are trained year to date, and the average assessment score received by the attendees of the training, the average feedback rating given by the attendees to the instructor of the training, and the total training cost of the program. I have also included here the training program distribution table for us to know what are the training programs given to its employees and the percentage of employees receive uh, for the training programs planned for them. And later on, I also would like to create a pivot chart, just two pivot chart for the programs for data visualization, so that we'll see and be able to analyze the performance of the training programs. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a pivot table here. So the pivot table that I'm gonna create is from this table that we have here listed here under the sheet training data. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the insert and click the pivot table. So here's the pivot table. Uh, I'm gonna get this range for the pivot table from employee ID all the way to the training cost, and all the way down to the last, uh, you know, last row of the table. Then the location would be the existing worksheet, then click OK. So this is important that we monitor the metrics and the KPI for us to be able to understand whether the program is successful or not, or the program is progressing or not. So the field that I'm going to include here is so what I'm going to include here is the completion status. This one, I'm gonna put this inside the row box. Okay, this is the completion status and the employee name, which I'm gonna put here in the values, so that we know the numbers of the employee that have completed the programs like this one. I'm gonna exit this already, close that. And the progress, the employees that is still in progress and the employee that is 80. So now we know, see, now we know that there are around 40 total employees that are under this program. Okay. So the next pivot table that I'm gonna create is for the analytical, I mean the programs that's going to be, included here. So I'm gonna insert the pivot table here, and again I'm gonna get the range or the table array all the way to the right to training cost, and all the way to the last row of the record. And then I have already indicated the location that I'm gonna put the table right here. But first, I'm gonna select the fields that I'm going to include also in the rows, which is the training program, this one. Okay. And also I'm gonna include the count of employee. The name of employee should be here in the values. So if I'm going to close this one, I'm gonna see that these are the program that is included in our training plan, analytical skill, communication skills, and others. Okay, these are the numbers of employees who have attended in this training program that is listed there, for which a total of 40 who has attended. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is okay, I'm gonna create the two. I'm gonna create the two pivot chart. One would be a bar chart, and the other one would be a pie chart, which I'm going to, create later. But what I'm gonna do next is I'm going back to the dashboard sheet. Okay, I'm gonna open the dashboard. Then I'm gonna calculate the total employees trained. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a hang on. I'm gonna put an equal sign. I'm gonna count the total employees trained. So I'm going to use the count F for this formula. Then click tab. Okay, count F. And the range of the count F should be in this criteria in the completion. In this column, right, the column of completion. So I'm gonna include the completion here. All right. So okay, since this is coming from a table, that's why you cannot see the range in terms of the uh, column and row in the formula, in the argument. Okay. So that would be the range. Okay. And the criteria is completed. So I'm gonna say completed. It should be a string. Okay, what is string? It should be within the quote unquote or the double quotation mark. Then I'm gonna close it. Then I'm gonna, okay, it's already 20. So this is a table, so it counted, but that's wrong. It counted automatically. So there are already total employees. Let me check. Let me check the table, pivot table. So that's right. That's 20. Okay, but we don't know the one that is on progress. Rather we don't know yet the average assessment score, the average feedback rating, and the total training cost. So I'm gonna do it next. So as for the assessment score, I'm gonna use average if, oh, sorry. So I'm gonna use average if, no spelling. Okay, tab. All right. The range should be average assessment score should be, uh, I'm gonna get the range completed, and then uh, the average assessment score right here. I'm gonna include that one. All right. Okay. Next would be the criteria. What would be the criteria? The criteria is completed. Okay. Still the completed. Okay. Although it's the criteria is completed, but I'm gonna get the range of the assessment score. This one, that one. Okay, and then close it, then enter. Okay, so our average assessment score is 81.3. So that would be the score that we get from here. This one assessment score. So one one employee got 82, one employee got 75, one got 74, etc. And the average goes to 81.3. And the next KPI that we're gonna get is the average feedback rating, equal sign. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use again the average, average if since we're using this here, average if. Okay, so the range again would be uh, from the status, from the completion status, this one, to the, because what we're gonna get is the feedback rating. So we're going to include the feedback rating. Okay. Then of course the criteria that we're gonna use is again completed. Right. See, this is string. So you have to use the quote unquote. Right. And then comma. What else? Again, I'm gonna get the range of the feedback rating. This one, this range. Gonna get that range. Then I'm gonna close it. Then enter. So the feedback rating is 4.7, not bad, right? Because the maximum is 5. Okay, the lowest is 1 or 0. Training total cost now is just some. Okay, tab. Okay, I'm gonna get the sum of the training cost, the last column. That would be the sum. Important that you have the training table, training cost as your range. Why? Because uh, whenever you add some record, it will automatically right update the record, right? Unlike if you have a definite range, let's say for example row 41, when you add some record on 42, 43, it will add automatically, right? That's why you have to use uh, table for this, right? So our so far, since we don't have cost for the one that is not started, okay, or still in progress, so we don't know the we don't know the cost yet. So this is only for the completed ones, okay. So let's go to the dashboard, right? Here, the training program is I'm gonna get the training programs. All I have to do, since we already have the pivot table, I'm just gonna to make it dynamic. Important that make it dynamic. So every time we make some adjustment, we make some changes, or we added some record, okay, it will refresh, right? And then just enter, okay, automatic. It will copy the list, the other programs. So these are the program that was included in our plan, training plan: analytical skills, communication skills, creative solving, problem solving, customer research and insights, digital marketing, internal lead auditor, leadership skills, logical thinking, predictive maintenance, SEO, and digital marketing skill gaps analysis. And then you have the grand total. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, you know, in order for us to get the rest, the total employees rather, I'm just gonna highlight or select the two rows or rather two columns and several rows. Then I'm gonna click the Control plus R key in your keyboard, right? Then you get the number as well. Okay. So if you see, there are more plan for the leadership skills, which is eight. Okay, eight numbers, employees, eight employees. And the next one is number six here is the logical thinking. And then the third one, most employees attended, is for communication skills, right? And the other two is creative problem solving and internal lead auditor. Okay. How I'm gonna get the percentage of employees? It's simple, just easy. Okay, just get this one total employees. Okay, divided by grand total for the, and then I'm gonna fix it because I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna drag it down, rather copy it. So I'm gonna fix it by pressing F4 dollar sign, then enter. Okay, automatic. You got the percentage for these employees that have attended. Okay, as you can see here, there are four buttons that I have included here. We're gonna do the refresh button, rather macro. We're gonna create the macro. I'm gonna write the VBA code, the filter data automatic. I'm gonna do export and show form. So I'm gonna, in this program, I'm gonna include, or I'm gonna incorporate the user form, because in order for us to be able to to enter data, we're not going to be doing it here. Okay, it should be a there should be a user form in order for us to update the data. We're going to add data, going to add information, record information, we're gonna use user form, but I don't think I will be able to do that because it's gonna take very long time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna incorporate another system that will be able to analyze the program, which is bill curve. We're gonna analyze the score of the employees by having a bill curve. That's what we're gonna do. So maybe perhaps the user form will be done in part two of this video, this program. Then I'm gonna get, so there will be three parts: part one, part two, part three. Part one would be this one. Part two would be the user form, and the third part would be the bill curve. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna important. I'm gonna you know do a you conditional formatting. Okay, just click the new rule. Okay, the new rule would be what I'm gonna do is okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna click the format only cells that contain, and then specific text, and then completed one, which is green. Okay, completed. Okay, this is completed, and then this would be the format would be fill is green because it's completed already, and then click OK. There it is, and then click OK. Okay, you got it. Okay, so that we can see easily which among the employees are already completed, the programs have completed. You know, then I'm gonna go to the home again, conditional formatting, and just going to the manage rules, and just add new rule. So the new rule would be again format only cells that contain, and then specific text, and then the other one is in progress, right? There are you know three category: completed, in progress, and the other one is not done yet, no, not started yet. So in progress. Okay, and this would be yellow. I like this one to be yellow. Or I can use amber. Then click OK. Get amber one here. And click again. Then again, new rule. The last one would be again format only cells that contain specific text, and then not started. Okay, should be not started, and this would be red. I'd like this to be red. The fill is red. That one. Okay, maybe I will change the font color and make it white for it to be more visible. Okay, I think that would be okay. And click OK. Okay, we got already right. So we already got it. No, we got it already. All right. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a drop down arrow here. Uh, in case we want to change something, we got to put an up down arrow, drop down arrow rather. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the data. I'm gonna use the data validation. Click here and click data validation. Then click list. This one, the source. Our source is the department. No, sorry. I'm gonna be doing the department first. So this is not. Employee is not included. So just department. Okay, department. And then going back to the data tab, open the data validation, and then select the list, and then I'll get the from the department this one. Okay, then just include that one. Then click OK. Okay, you already have a drop down list. In case you want to change something, like for example, one employee, like for example, Michael, is in the warehouse. Then somebody transfer him to the qualities or recruitment or manufacturing, wherever. You already have a drop down list. You just change it from warehouse to transport, for example. Okay, you can do that easily. But of course, uh, right now it's still from the warehouse. So we'll just put him back in the warehouse. So anybody can make changes. Also, if you want, maybe the line managers change his mind. Okay, the manager said, okay, I'm not gonna. Let's say for example, Alice, I'm not gonna give him or give her communication skills. So I'm gonna change this also to something else. So again, we're gonna get a data validation for this. We're gonna put a drop down list, just like what we did for department for the training program. So I'm gonna go to the data tab, get the validation, data validation, and then just select the list right here, and then get the source of information from the training program right here. All right, then click OK. Okay, just like the department, you also have the drop down arrow. Isn't that okay? Isn't that good? Right? Just in case that you want to change the, you know, that's how you manage. You're managing the training department, and this nothing is fixed, nothing is permanent. There are always changes. So you do the change management. So in order for you to be able to implement the change management, you need to have drop down list. Like Simon, you want he's from recruitment. You don't want him to attend skill gaps analysis. Maybe you want him to do leadership instead. So you go and change the leadership to leadership skill gaps to leadership skills. It's easy thing to do, if you have a drop down list, right? Okay, what's next? Now what we're gonna do is we're going back to the dashboard, and then we're gonna create a for our data visualization. We're gonna create a pivot chart. So we start with this one first, completed, in progress, and not started. You go to pivot table analyze, then click the pivot chart. Okay. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna create a bar chart from this. All right. So I'm gonna create the bar chart here. All right. For the bar chart, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click OK. This is okay. Already have the bar chart. I can edit the bar chart here, or I can click X, Control X rather, then put it in the dashboard so that I will just be editing the bar chart here. And right, I'm gonna hide all fill buttons, right? Then for the title, I'm gonna say training completion status. All right, status. Okay, gonna remove this C. All right. Oh, I did not click. Forgot to click it. So training completion status. Right. So this would be our bar chart. I don't think I need this legend, so I'm gonna remove that legend. Okay. What I'm gonna do is put I'm gonna go to design, then add chart element. I'm gonna get the data labels. I'm gonna put it outside. I'm gonna put it outside, and there you have it. I'm gonna make it bold, and a little bigger, size bigger. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna uh, change the color. I'm gonna do it manually. So for this one, I'm gonna go to the home tab. And then I'm gonna change the color this one to red. I'm gonna put red here, right? For this one, I'm gonna put the color to yellow, I guess. Yeah, just like what we have in the you know uh, conditional formatting. So I'm gonna put yellow here, amber rather. And I'm gonna put for this one, I'm gonna put green color. That one. So in order for this to be more visible, I'm gonna change this to gonna put it to really black, make it bold, then a little bit bigger. Also this one, make it bold and really black. That's it. All right. So you ready? This is for data visualization. No? So you have a visualization. Here we don't have. We only have total employees trained. This is this one number 20, but we don't have in progress and not started. So what I did is I use a bar chart to have more data visualization. So the next item that we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a pivot chart for this one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert the I'm gonna go to the pivot table analyze, then click pivot chart, then I'm gonna do a bar chart for this one. Okay, then click OK. We already have it. Then again, just like the other one, I'm gonna put it there to the dashboard so that I can do some changes here in the dashboard itself. All right. We don't need this one. So hide or fill buttons on chart. And then for the title, program distribution, I'm gonna put program distribution. Right. So you got it. Just click this one. So you got program distribution. You got all the information here. All right. Of the programs. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I'm not gonna make it more complicated or make it fancy. Just enough for us to be able to see it. And then If you want to do yours, then maybe that's the time that you're going to make it fancy by doing yours. Okay? Because we don't want to waste more time doing this. We don't want to spend more time doing this. So, all right. So we already have charts. So this is how you monitor your training and development metrics KPI or your performance of your training. You already have how many employees have been trained, what is the average assessment score, what is the average feedback rating, what is the total cost. And of course, this is dynamic. You're going to, you're going to see here in the formula. Okay, whenever you make changes there in the training data, it also update in the dashboard. So in the metrics and KPI. So and also show us this one training program distribution, etc. See, okay, just like I said, I was supposed to to do a you know uh, uh, user form as well as the bell curve, but that would be in part two, part three. So I'm not gonna do this right now. I don't have anything here. Cannot run the macro because there's no macro yet. Okay, there's no macro yet. So I'm gonna start with refresh. Okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do with the refresh data, I'm gonna what? I'm gonna go to the developer tab. So you already know how to get the developer tab. If you don't have developer tab in your ribbon, no. Okay. You don't. I don't have to tell you again. So anyway, and then do the Visual Basic coding. Okay. Just insert a module so that we can have a a macro for this. Then you just type, uh, I should, do refresh data. Okay, that would be refresh data. Then just click. Okay, then sheets. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a sheets. All right, I'm gonna write sheets. Then training data. Okay, quote unquote data, training data. All right, then unquote. Right. Okay, that range. Okay, within the parentheses, quotation mark, A2, then colon, then J41. J41, quote, okay, dot, short, K1. K1, colon, equals, sheets. All right, training, training data. Okay, so that range E2. All right, should start from E2. Okay, that should be the range. Then, comma, order, order one, colon equals Excel ascending. Okay, comma, header. Gonna put header. Then colon equals Excel yes. All right. So that would be our refresh. Okay, as simple as that. All right. Okay, let's go to the refresh. Go back to the Excel. Then go to the refresh. Assign a macro. Since we already created the macro refresh data, then just click OK and then click OK. So here, remember this? This is scattered, you know, a couple of completed here, one single in progress, single completed, not started, single completed. Okay, it's not arranged. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this refresh. It's already arranged. So we have already, I mean, it's already sorted. We have completed, we have started. If you're going to update, let's say, for example, in progress, this is already completed, say completed, right? Oh, you just go back there. Just always refresh. Oh, remember the completed that we have? I mean, the progress that we have already moved to the completed. So that's why we need to refresh every time because we know already which one has already been completed, which program is still in progress, or employees is still under in progress, or employees that's still to be done, so that the training manager can decide, can make a decision. It's part of this is part of the remember the creative problem solving, part of the problem solving, so you can make a decision on what to do next, why this is delaying, why is this not planned yet, not started yet, you know you know now the training manager has a tool that he can use, to properly manage the training departments. That's why very important that you have the training development metrics and KPI. Okay, that's what we do when we have that. And then next one is what we're gonna do is I'm gonna export to PDF. Okay. Again, I'm gonna go to the. I'm going back to the here. What this one? Okay. I'm gonna export the report. Export to the dashboard. I'm gonna export it to the to whoever I want to share it with. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna name it sub. I'm gonna name it export dashboard. Right. So that would be our uh, macro for the exporting of data. Now I'm gonna do the dim the variables file path as a string. Okay. Then I'm gonna say file path is equal to the workbook, this workbook dot path and ampersand put inside the quotation mark uh, backslash training. underline dashboard. All right. Then .pdf. Then unquote. Okay. Then we go to the sheets dashboard. Okay. That all right. I think that's okay. That okay. Export. We're now exporting the report. Export as fixed because it is a PDF as fixed format. Because some managers are they are smart. What they do if they want to share the original thing to some managers colleagues, there's a danger that they might make any changes in the report, right? So that's why we're fixing it. We're fixing the report as PDF, okay, so that they cannot do any changes on the especially if the employee is under that manager and the manager wants to have a good performance in terms of training his own men, then he put completed in the report. But if he is receiving the share that he gets from the training manager is a fixed format, then there will be no problem. Okay, then I'm gonna type. I'm gonna colon and I'm gonna equal Excel type. All right. No spelling again. PDF. PDF. All right. Comma. Then enter. Something wrong here. Sheets. Dashboard. Export as fixed format. Type colon. Excel. Type PDF. What's wrong with this? All right. File name. Colon equals file path. File path. Comma. Quality. Colon equals XL quality standard. Okay. Then, okay, something is wrong here. File name is correct. File name equals file path quality colon is equal to XL quality standard. Something is wrong. File name, file path quality colon equal sign XL quality standard. quality. Excel quality. Excel quality standard. Compile error. What is the error here? Okay, got it. Then I'm gonna include message box. Message box. What I'm gonna put in the message box, I'm gonna put dashboard exported as PDF. Put an exclamation point. Okay. VB. You know the VB information. All right. Then I'm gonna say success. All right. Then nsub. Oh, what is wrong? Okay. Quotation mark. All right. So our macro is export dashboard. All right. So I'm gonna go to the export data, right click, assign macro, then export dashboard. Then click OK. All right. Then I'm gonna do is I'm gonna export to PDF. Publishing dashboard exported as PDF. Okay. Success. This is the message box. All right. Okay. So the show form is not there yet because I have not you know I haven't created the VBA code because I have not created the user form. All right. So I'm not gonna do that now. Perhaps I'm gonna do that later. And for the filter data, perhaps I'm not gonna do this because we already have a filter here because the filter data is automatic. No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna include this in my part 2 of my when I'm doing the user form, I'm gonna include the filter data. This is the auto filter mode, you know. So I'm not gonna do it now. So next time I'm gonna do the part 2, I'm gonna do the filter data and show the user form. And then in part 3, I'm gonna do the bell curve for this training program. All right. So this is it for this program, the part 1 program. I hope you like it. And thank you for watching.